Alright folks, hello and welcome to another Modern stream. Today is Friday, so we're doing Know Thy Enemy. And we're going to be trying out a deck that honestly has been really picking up. I am surprised how this deck went from meme to dream pretty quickly, honestly. Basically all it took is for people to realize that red version with the red instant that instantly attached an equipment to a creature, that's a no-go. That's not that's not what you want to be doing if you want to be winning with this deck. What you have to do is you have to luck sack and draw your Sigarda Sade like a real champion. You gotta draw your Sigarda Sade, which allows you to cast equipments and instant speed, and then the equipments get automatically equipped to any creature. So you have your Colossus Hammers, which give a creature +10/+10 and loses flying, and you have to pay 8 mana to equip. The other way to circumvent the requirement of 8 mana, which is probably not something that we're going to be paying very often, is to use Pure Steel Paladin. 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you draw a card, which is pretty good. And then equipments you control have equip 0 as long as you have Metalcraft. So pretty nice little combo going on here. We of course have a bunch of ways to get to tutor for our equipment. Steel Shepherd Gift is a card that is like 20 tickets right now in Moto, or like 30 tickets or something completely ridiculous. I think I might have like a copy or two of this in paper just randomly hanging in a bulk binder, so I probably have to dig those up. And the other way, of course, is good old Stoneforge Mystic. Finally a broken Stoneforge deck, right? The other equipments that we have access to are Shadow Spear, which is our form of evasion, since flying is not really a form of evasion because of Colossus Hammer, which is funny. But Shadow Spear gives a creature +1/+1 trample lifelink, and it's also a sick anti-boggles deck, of course. Or you can kill your opponent's Ulamog. I wonder if we will ever get to do that. I kind of really want to, make sure that we can attack through an Ulamog and we kill the fucking Ulamog because we make it lose indestructible. Okay, now I have a goal for this deck. Now I have an actual goal for this deck. Let's go. The other ones are plating for when you don't draw your only cards that allow you to win the game. And then Paradise Mantle, which means that your dudes net mana. There are a bunch of lists out there. I have no idea what's a good list. I just grabbed this one that got second in a challenge, and I'm just going with it. If you just don't tell me that it's a bad list in the comment, because I honestly don't care. I don't know. This is just like the first one that I picked up. It got second in a challenge, so it cannot be that bad. We're gonna go with it. The other little things is like you have your 0-drop creatures that are there mostly so you can play them on turn 1, and then with Sigarda Sade you can equip them with Colossus Hammer on turn 2, so you technically have a turn 2 kill, which is pretty exciting. And then you have Inkmoth Nexus, which is a way to one-shot your opponent by infecting them to death with a Colossus Hammer. But yeah, this deck has been really picking up lately, and I want to see what all the fuss is about, so we're going to see how it goes. This deck always seemed like an absolute meme to me, but it's consistently putting up results, so I don't know. Maybe after today's stream we will figure out whether it's a meme or whether it's actually a reasonable deck to be playing. I mean, it's playing Cranial Plating, right? It has to be a meme. Kind of by definition. Cheerios, yeah. 0-1 in the Super through round 1 versus Omnath. Feels bad, man. I mean, I recommend you pull off a me house and just win 8 in a row, and then you top 8. It's pretty good. You should just do that. That's why it's taking forever to... Maybe like all the modern folks are playing the super queue right now, so nobody's in the queues. Nobody wants to have fun with me playing this stupid deck. Is mono white? It must be a meme. I've heard that white is a bad color. Yeah, bad is terrible. Do I cash in Sakama stream now or save up for meme? I mean, those are the questions. Steps. Oh, that's right. We have Lurrus. Okay, what is this? This has to be a mulligan, right? We can't cast this, and without casting this, we can't equip the hammer. Am I keeping this hand? I think I'm keeping this hand. And look at this! We can bubble ourselves. Oh, I guess we have no path to equip any hammer, so maybe I should have gone to 5. There's a Steel Shaper's Gift on top, which we don't want. So what do? We shuffle. Wow. Isn't that exciting, chat? Let's get another hammer for now. And we have Stoneforge. Paradise Mantle. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Land, please. How about another 0 drop? Excellent. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I think we hold on to this Colossus hammer, right? I think we hold on to them. Like, we could play it, but like... At least it's castable. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What is this, Dredge? Oh, that's right. Dredge is a part of the format now again. Remember Dredge, chat? Bon and Dredge is a bunch. Oh, sweet. Lance? Who needs that shit anyway? So now we can serve for 10. And then... next turn, if my opponent plays like... if they flip Narcomoebas and shit, we can go Stoneforge for the thingy. The one that gives trample on lifelink. And if we find a land, we can play it immediately, or if we don't, we just hammer them again. I mean, they're doing the thing. I would just really like to draw land. Because if we draw a land, we get to gain 11, which seems probably tough for them to come back from. No land. Steel Shaper's Gift. It's also okay. I mean, for not drawing a land, we're doing kind of fine. So we're going to be at 21. Oh, I guess my opponent needs to chomp. No, they don't. No, they don't. They're at 16. So... I know I can do this at instant speed, but, you know, whatever. Math is for blockers, right? Okay, so I guess that it was correct, I guess, for me to do it main phase, to do it at instant speed. I guess they aren't blocking. Because I guess they don't know about the second hammer. So yeah, I guess doing it at instant speed would have been better. Because I could have just presented lethal. I mean, it seems tough for my opponent to be able to kill me from 23. These Bloodghasts are not hasty. They already exiled 2 chills, and 1 was discarded because it was in their opener. So it seems really tough for them to kill me from 23. No. Alright. Mulligan probably pretty poorly, but just didn't matter. Forge Tender sounds interesting. And Nihil Spellbomb sounds great. These are the cards that I'm interested in. This mostly for Conflag. Thoughtseizes suck. And we need 1 more card. Maybe a Memnite. Well, this looks perfect. Okay, we have to actually figure out the proper sequencing here. So, if I play Cigar the Sade, I play around Thoughtseize, but I'm playing into Nature's Claim. My opponent definitely has Nature's Claim, so we probably don't want to expose the aid just yet. We want to make sure that we play aid and we do stuff in the same turn. So what that means is I can probably use this turn to play Forge Tender. This protects me from like Flag and stuff. Then we can go turn 1 Forge Tender, turn 2 Stoneforge. And Stoneforge can go get... Although I guess if they spend their turn... If I do Cigar the Sade... No, because this is still summoning 6, so we can't tap it for mana. Never mind. This is not a Springleaf Drum. This actually gives the creature the ability. Springleaf Drum allows you to... Like, the artifact has the ability, not the creature. Interesting. Interesting how that matters here. A very interesting scenario. I think I'm gonna go with Forge Tender. I mean, we can put my opponent into turn clock if we want to, right? Like, we could just go Cigar the Sade Colossus Hammer, just start banging. It's probably not the correct line, but it's cute that we can do that if we want to. Gonna get back the Ox. Honestly, a super powerful start from my opponent. Imp, and that's it. So their hand is 2 imps and an unknown. This blocks pretty nicely. So I guess I'm Stoneforging, right? Like, if my opponent doesn't leave back a blocker, we have lethal next turn. Yeah. So we just Stoneforge for a Colossus Hammer. And then on the following turn... Oh. Well, I guess that's also pretty good. It doesn't even feel necessary, honestly. I guess I'm going to, but... We can do some surprise tricks here too. So they don't have dredgers in the yard, so that kind of doesn't matter. Why would you do that, opponent, in the face of a literal Nihil Spellbomb on board? Although I guess I don't even care about this Bloodghast, so I'm gonna have my opponent get the Bloodghast, because it just doesn't do anything. And I'd rather just have the flexibility. So now we get to eat the ox. And we have to make sure that we stop on damage step and we crack this before we end combat. That was kind of cute, not gonna lie. My opponent did all of this cool stuff and then they died. That turn sequence was hot AF. Dude, like my silly Burrenter Forge Tender. stupid Forge Tender. Just like getting in there for 21. Oh, that was delightful. That was delightful. Let's go, Stomp. Let's go, Forge Tender. Isn't that shit? You're high key tempting me to build this file, dude. I mean, it's kind of hilarious. I'm digging it for now so far, and it's pretty cute. Like, I don't know, like the stuff that I'm doing, I feel like it's just so cute, but somehow it's also getting like I just killed my opponent on turn 3. And I did such cute things, right? Like I played my Burning Torch for Tender on turn 1. I played my silly little 1-mana equipment, and then my opponent was dead, and that was it. I assume that with this deck, you kind of have to aggressively mulligan towards like a way to equip the thingy, right? So we're just gonna ship this here, and here's our way to equip. So we're gonna keep this one, bottom that, and bottom this. I mean, we don't have the equipment, but like we have more ways of getting the equipment than we have ways of equipping the equipment, if that makes sense. Silent Clarion on top. That's worse than a Silent Clarion somehow. Sweet. Oh yeah, sure. Well, things are not looking great here. Am I gonna Paladin here? If I Paladin, my opponent leaks. That means that they don't... They don't growth spiral. Oh, this isn't Titan. I shouldn't draw this many lands. Oh man, I punted. Can we please draw one of these stupid equipments? Please. A bit late. We just started. So you're not really too late. Fuck that guy. I mean, they don't have removal. Here, Uro is strong. Why didn't you take opponent's Uro? Oh. Oh, I mean, they have 2 copies, right? So they have 2 copies of Uro, so it's probably not good for me to take one of those. Big yikes. Big yikes. Well, I guess I'm getting the cat because I need to start drawing some cards. I mean, we need something that's not lands and pure steel paladins. Funny how paladin doesn't even have metalcraft. We can enable metalcraft though by using the Syncmoth Nexus. Here comes Pseudo. There we go. So my opponent has Udo plus 3 unknowns. That's bad for me. God fucking damn it. I think I'm falling super far behind, right? So I have to jam this here. Like next turn, my opponent will have Cryptic. This runs into Mana Leak face first, but I can't. I probably can't beat Mana Leak. Yeah, okay. Just move on to the next game. Whoops. So. This seems like something I might be interested in. And probably the 4th Thoughtseize seems okay. Memnites kind of fucking suck. Maybe I should be cutting some of this. Or... Be honest, I lost all faith in you playing this deck when you didn't decide to fit in some Manatides for value. Wow, Manatides would be hot. Hey, I don't want to be that guy, but the title of the stream. The suspense is killing me. The suspense is killing me. What do you want to say? Know thy enemy. Okay. I don't understand what you're trying to say. This seems okay. No, it is old. It's old English. So when you read like Shakespeare and stuff like that, they will use words like thy, for example. I think it's like a formal way of saying stuff. Bobble myself. Planes on top. Get that shit out of here. We don't want no planes here. Naya Spellbomb. Pass the turn. It's actually the informal. Okay, well, there you know. I know that it's like something that you would say in like, you know, the old school writing, basically. I was trying to be smart. Don't worry about it. And I got outplayed. Don't worry about it. Honestly, I am the one trying to be smart, so. So we can attack. I think we just serve with both. This can get mana leaked. That's kind of fine though. It's that when the next word starts with a consonant, and thine when the next word starts with a vowel, like thine eyes. Interesting. Another mana leak? No mana leak. At least we're gonna get to draw a card here. Honestly, just unlucky that we do the Steel Shaper's Gift instead of a hammer. Just very unlucky. My opponent could here kill the Paladin in response. Or we can just make mana and cycle here. I think my opponent is gonna kill the Paladin in response. Which is kind of fun. Oh, they killed the Ink Moth. Okay. With them killing the Ink Moth, I just want to get a Colossus Hammer. I mean, they kind of have to kill this Paladin. It's gonna start drawing cards otherwise. Yeah, that kills the Paladin. That does exactly that. So that's cool. So we're gonna see what we draw. Planes. We can't shuffle, so like I don't want to use the Spellbomb right now. I think I'm probably gonna cycle the Spellbomb on end step anyway. Or maybe not. My opponent doesn't have Cryptic mana over there. This plays around Mana Leak very nicely. So they need to have exactly path. Okay. Too bad that we were 1 mana away from equip. I guess that this again. Yeah. I'm just being silly. We have seen multiple instances where Springleaf Drum would have been better than Paradise Mantle, which is interesting. I think I'm gonna crack Spellbomb here. Would have loved to do like a Thoughtseize. That would be pretty great. Well, now we can play around Leak, which is nice. Sabihat because he's younger. In other words, he hasn't played the game in long to unlock all the exciting fair has not played the game for like for yeah, exactly. That's pretty good. Can cantrip on end step. Adopted a beanie. Nice. Counter draw. Okay. Hammer off the top. Stoneforge. Just a literal, actual dead card. Yeah, I don't like where this is going, chat. I don't like where this is going. I mean, I guess that we're one hammer away from winning. My opponent played the Exploits on 2, which I think it's a mistake. They also didn't get back their Cryptic. They don't like land drop. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm actually sad that I'm hitting my land drops. Like, what is this? I only have 8 lands in play, and I'm like super sad. I mean, look at this. It's terrible. Like, I'm unhappy about drawing lands on turn 10. What is this? This is not the deck for me. To be fair, like, we drew extremely poorly here. We have 3 Steel Shaper Gifts, 4 Stoneforge Mystics, 2 Colossus Hammers, 1, like, any equipment would have been fine, it's just cantrips. Why is it so laggy? Like, this is ridiculously laggy right now. Okay, good here. 104.38. If I'm playing every deck like it's Titan, drawing lots of lands, yeah, my bad. Professional players, yeah, I literally just started playing though. This is like my second match, and it's already like insanely laggy. And the first match was fine. Like, I didn't have any issues in the first match, but this one I'm like, ugh. I wonder if it's one of those bugs that when your opponent plays Udo, like everything gets laggy or something like that. Remember that we have... which card was it? That if any player had that card in their deck, it would lag it just beyond playability. It was ridiculous. I don't think I'm keeping this. This doesn't have a way to equip, so I think I'm still... This is the hand. Yeah, this is the hand. Okay, so bottom that one. Bottom... Thoughtseize? We are playing against the Lurrus deck, though. Yeah. I don't remember the name of that card because it was never, you know, modern playable, but people played it in standard and it was kind of a nightmare. Godless Shrine. Is this the mirror? This might be the mirror. It does Casualties of War. There you go. Motobug, please. Casualties was a sweet card. Yeah, it kind of is. Okay, we are playing a mirror. So I guess it would have been a great idea for me to keep the Thoughtseize. This is not the worst, though. Next turn we get to equip Cranial Plating for free? Uh-oh. I'm in danger. This mirror match looks very stupid. Like, my opponent was on the play, so I lose. Stupid. Oh? Cantrip into second hammer one time? Cantrip into second hammer? No. Can't even equip. No, this doesn't do anything. Okay. We lose. We have to chomp, then we have no attackers and no way to equip, so we're just losing. Fatal Push sounds good though, and Disenchant also sounds kind of good. Acquisition seems just better than Thoughtseize, but I think that on the... like, being on the play, I kind of want to be doing my thing, just like my opponent was doing their thing there. Play second, the Chromatic Black in a local event. It was about 40 players. Needless to say, I was running hot and living the dream that day. Chromatic Black. That's hilarious. Cut the platings. Yeah, it seems like the worst. I think I just want to cut the Inquisitions and stuff. Discard spell don't seem too great here. Keep. think I'm getting the equipment first because I have so many like redundant ways of equipping. Cigar the Sade with a 0 drop or no 0 drop? No 0 drop. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna play. Ooh, okay. It's pretty good. So we cast that, we cast this, we say go. So they're gonna take the hammer, which is unfortunate. If we draw a second hammer, we win. And this is why I don't like Inquisition. That's why I cut the Inquisitions that I was when I was cyborging. It's just like when I'm on the play, like look at my opponent. I have a Pierce Paladin on board. I have an Ornithopter, and my opponent just spent one of their precious mana to effectively do nothing. So okay, so this is, I guess, kind of neat. So what I get to do here is I get to draw 2. I can Stoneforge Mystic for the 0 mana equipment. We play it, we draw a card. Oh, we don't have the thing. So we would still need to draw a land. But it's weird because I need an artifact regardless. So I can go Cigar the Sade plus Shadow Sphere equip. If we draw a land, we can't even go any further anyway. But I kind of want to save my Stoneforge. We can hope to play Shadow Sphere and Luxac either a land or something else. That's pretty good. Yeah, so that enables everything. That was a great draw. Yeah, this is fucking great. Yeah, my opponent can't kill me, so equip 0 on this thing. Steel Shaper's Gift for hammer. White to play the hammer. Draw a card, thank you very much. Equip 0. Equip 0. Serve for 13 lifelink. That's a pretty solid turn. Pretty solid turn. Dude, Bernie memes are so good. Like I love memes, but Bernie memes are somehow superior to memes. This, like, the Bernie memes are one of the best ones to come up in the wild. Like, it's been a while since we had a meme as good as the Bernie memes. Yeah, opponent just somehow choosing the worst art of every single fucking card. They are choosing the correct Godless Shrine art, but like everything else is just the worst possible art. Ugh, look at that ugly ass frame. Inquisition is a good art. Okay, what are we doing here? Again, I can't die because I am at 29, so that's good. I think we just Stoneforge here because that's the only thing that puts a body into play and gets me an equipment in hand. We still have one more Steel Shaper's Gift. And I guess we upkeep Bobble them. They're finally drawing a land. It is a pain land. The good thing is that we don't even need to block because it just doesn't matter. So I think we get Shadow Spear here. Oh, Shadow Spear is in play. What am I even saying? Equip there. Just pass the turn. Wait, what? Oh. For a second I got confused there. Whoever makes a nice footage of Bernie playing MTG with Fran wins the stream prize. That's hilarious. Thirstianity, thank you for the follow. I mean, my opponent can't really attack here. Am I splitting the difference? Because they're gonna gain 12. Okay. I think I go for lethal. The way we go for lethal is we just attack with the Ornithopter. And after blocks, we flash in the hammer. Yep. Clearly, I am the best hammer player. So we're in a similar situation than we were last game when sideboarding, where we have to kind of like identify what's going on. I feel like on the draw, the Mem Knights become a lot worse. So instead of the Mem Knights, I maybe want an Inquisition. And I could, honestly, I could even see Biting Needle. I think I want some number of discard spells. Sound looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, so let's keep it. Got Inkmoths. Got Inkmoths. Opponent down to 5. Pretty good. Painless Source. Stoneforge? This disenchant is gonna be a blowout. I can feel it. I can feel it already. I can feel that disenchant being the nutso. No! God damn it. We can disenchant this guy. What happens? So let's say that we let the Inquisition resolve. We let Inquisition resolve. Opponent takes disenchant. That means we still have hammer and my opponent needs to chomp. So I guess that's fine. We also keep the hammer in play. Good thing that they did an Inquisition on 1. There goes Hammer. I could disenchant this Ornithopter and end step, but that seems like a waste. Like, I can Lucksack a Hammer and I get punished, obviously, but... Opponent's drawing a Plains. Tapping out is risky, I know. I know that tapping out is risky, but my opponent had multiple chances to play their own Cigar the Sate and they didn't. If they were sandbagging and they have Cigar the Sate plus double hammer, I get got, but I don't think that's the case. And if we get to resolve Lurrus here, oh, well, that's hot. So we get to Lurrus, put a hammer on the Ornithopter. Disenchant my thing. That is perfectly fine. So now I still get the hammer. Or I can get a bubble. Because we can equip the hammer with this paladin. And if we get the hammer with this paladin, that now allows me to next turn get back the Cigar the Sate. I kind of like getting back the hammer. Wrong guard, disenchant OP. Have a blocker so my opponent can't lethal us. We know about one hammer. That's all we know about. That art is kind of dope, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should have put the hammer here. Nah, that's fine. We gotta disenchant to kill this if we want to, so... I mean, this game just looks pretty over to me. In fact, we have actual lethal. Do we have actual lethal? I think we... Yeah, we can hammer onto the ink moth, not the Nixos. So we blow up the Ornithopter. We are playing face first into removal. I'll say that much. But we can... Yeah, but my opponent can't lethal me because I have disenchant, so... Equip here. Yeah, Mantle actually looked better than Drum here, for sure. Float for white. Activate Ink Moth. Equip 0. Equip onto the Ornithopter. I guess we could have even used the same one. That's kind of cute. Um, 1 and 2. Disenchant your Ornithopter. Move faces. So my opponent needs to, if they have push, they have to use it right here. And here, oh, they did have the push. Okay, that sucks. That sucks for us. Well, let's see what we have to play around. They are drawing Paradise Mantle, which doesn't do shit. Yeah, they just don't have enough to do anything. Okay, Nexus down. Play a Cigar the Sade. Suit up the Pure Steel Paladin. Pass the turn. Yeah. We have set up we have lethal set up next turn anyway. Sweet. Alright, the mirror is kind of a shit show. We figured that out. That was cool though. It was interesting to navigate. Really feels like that turn that I took to put the Lurrus in my hand was very, very profitable. Like my opponent just didn't have anything that was threatening too much in play, and I was able to basically take a turn off to put the Lurrus in hand, and my opponent couldn't find an answer to the Lurrus. And just Lurrus took over, like he often does. My favorite thing about Lurrus is the little cat down here. Baby Lurrus. Operation LOL. Opponent currently 0-0. Playing 61 cards in their deck. Revealing Lurrus of the Dream Den. We don't have anything to equip. So we ship. That cat is a 1-drop. Three matches took an hour. I thought this deck was fast. Let's switch to Neobrand. The best deck in... I mean, Neobrand definitely is the fastest deck. I'll tell you that much. To be honest, like I'm figuring stuff as I go, right? So maybe like a more experienced player would have been like, yeah, like you took like 30 seconds on this decision, which was like a half a second decision, you know? But that's what Know Thy Enemy is about. You gotta figure out this shit, you know? Alright, 61 card opponent. What do you got for me? No way to equip, so we ship. Yes, way to equip. No colored mana. Well, to 4 we go, I guess. Okay, this hand is legit though. Okay, so keep. We want to keep symbol to 4. God damn it. Well, wasn't the 5 a keep? It didn't feel like a keep. I'm playing 16 lands. If I don't draw any of my 16 lands by turn number 2, basically, I lose. Doesn't seem like good odds to me. I'm not going to play the hammer just yet. I think I kind of want to first see what my opponent is up to, because they went turn 1 Stomping Ground tapped, so I have no idea what they're doing. Reveal Lurrus, turn 1 Stomping Ground tapped. Jund. Just honest Jund. Yeah, we probably cannot beat honest Jund on a multi 4. I mean, it does sound just like good old Jundo. Good old fair and square Jund. I think the 6 was okay. We didn't have a path towards anything. I don't think the 6 was fine. At least we get to draw a card here, which is not the worst. Friend stopped doing push-ups, so he never has to pen down his camera. Fun fact. Do I owe 800 push-ups? I didn't mark. The other day I did 20 and I didn't mark them, so I'm gonna mark those right now. So I only owe 360. Whoever out there is saying that I own 400 push-ups is just like blatantly lying. Just blatantly lying. Okay, so my opponent is playing unplayable deck. Our champion seems good against them. And Memnite seems very bad. Like my opponent very likely has Renantix. I guess I want Forge Tenders. Cover the interest built up. Stupid MTG bot, blatantly lying. Grow up, MTG bot. Don't blatantly lie. Okay, what are we doing here? We have a way to equip. We keep. And I think I just slammed this cigar that's 8 on 1. Double bobble. Boom. Bubble. Bubble. Upkeep stop. What you drawing? Yield till end step. Boom. Contributed push-up count last summer. Still haven't seen a push-up since. Yo. Take it easy, okay? I did push-ups the other day. The other day obviously means when the showcase happened, which was last Saturday, so a week ago. So basically the other day. Technically the other day. We all know that technically correct is the best kind of correct. Opponent. Oh, I missed your comment, Thirstianity. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Glad that you're checking out the YouTube stuff. If you're wondering what Thirstianity is talking about, of course, they are talking about my YouTube channel, where I upload all of my VODs. So if you ever miss any of the action live, like for example today, I'm not streaming at my usual time, so you may be losing the action, but I gotcha, because you can just go check it out on the YouTube channel. Basic Swamp. They kind of have to take the Forge Tender here. It's the only creature. Take a hammer. Drawing a Goifo. I'm playing the Pure Steel basically because it just cantrips, right? It's basically free, but like obviously we can't tap. So I want to make sure that, you know, we get our value there. If they kill the Pure Steel, it's kind of fine, unless they have exactly like second discard spell plus push for this. Or bolt, or like whatever, like removal spell for this, for the paladin, I mean. Maybe my opponent will just play a Tarmogoyf. How can I ever beat a Tarmogoyf? I mean, it's a fucking 2 mana, what, like artifact 3/4, 2 mana 3/4. Like, how can anybody ever beat that, you know? Wee, Tenya. I'm gonna move this equipment over to the Pure Steel here, just so it doesn't die to Lightning Bolt. Although I guess, no, that was bad. That was bad because now if they push my paladin, I have no power. Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, I messed this up. I messed that up. I was thinking about trying to play around Bolt, but like if they Bolt the paladin, they take 10. So it's not that big of a deal. But by playing around Bolt, I made myself worse against push. Because now they're just gonna push this guy instead of wasting a push on this one. Yeah, that was a mistake. I guess I should have thought about it a little bit more before I went for it. Fuck Omnath, fuck this deck. Yep. I've been beating Omnath a lot lately, House. Can't really quite pinpoint why. I'll tell you that much. Can't really pinpoint why I'm beating Omnath so much. Honestly, it kind of just feels like I'm getting lucky, honestly. Because, like, my opponents just never have it. They just never ever have it, and I always do. The reason we beat Omnath is just when variance is good. Or when they don't know how to play. But that is a lot less likely in like showcases and challenges and stuff. Sweet. I don't think we care about pushing their stuff. We want to protect ours. Just lost to one of the worst Omnath players I've ever played against. The deck is just so radiate and Monkey could play it. I very much disagree with that statement. But I understand you're tilted. so it makes sense for you to say something like that. This card kind of slaps. I'm keeping the lands because of Lurrus. It would be kind of nice to draw like a discard spell off the top. Would be pretty sweet, actually. They take the hammer. That means to me that they have another discard spell, right? Like, that's the only reason. Just doing that for mana efficiency, like I'm going to go with a hammer anyway, so I'd rather be mana efficient. Yeah. It was obvious that they had another discard spell, like that's the only reason to not deck the champion there. Which, oh, by the way, I also think it was a mistake. Just want to point that out. Like, it seems pretty tough for them to beat this card. Tarmogoyf, I guess, is their strategy. But we're gonna start clocking. Let me assure you that I will start clocking right here. But you forgot to take the champion again. Yeah, exactly. Misclicked twice, opponent. So unlucky. Oh yeah, Bob. The perfect threat right now. Cigar the Sade would be a great draw. Just makes things very mana efficient. I'm gonna be jamming, by the way. Jaunt players and bad mana. Name a more iconic duo. And my opponent totally is playing a 22 lands deck, by the way, with 2 Raging Ravines. I'm just ballparking this, but you know that it's a fact, you know. Sticking to the plan. Luck sack. Absolute luck sack, opponent. Explosives for 2. You love to see it. That's a Forge Tender. I think I'm just gonna put Lurrus in my hand this turn. Burn turn protects Lurrus from the seal. Renentix. No blocks. Opponent deep in the tank. Play Meyer. Multiple options here. Many options. So option number 1 is to just play the Colossus Hammer. Swing for 3, see what my opponent does. Then we can, if they crack in combat, which they probably won't, I guess we can just play Lurrus and just get our value. We protect the Lurrus with the Seal of Fire. We sing it for 3 off of this Colossus Hammer. I think this is gonna be enough to force the crack. They don't have enough mana to put Lurrus and like Seal of Fire twice, so. There they crack. Now we pass. If they can't kill Lurrus and they don't put something in front of Lurrus, we have lethal because we can Chrono Plating plus activate Inkmoth. I'm probably not doing that, but like that's still an available line for us. This is kind of an interesting game. Inquisition kind of doesn't really matter. Like, it's all about these Lurrus. Can my opponent answer these Lurrus or not? Everything else is kind of irrelevant. Goif. They could have ran into Goif and they didn't. That's weird. Okay, the last card in hand is a Wrenn. They're gonna take 3 to play the Wrenn? They are. Okay. It's probably the correct line. So opponent's down to 3. Draw Silent Clarin. They get Verdant. Oh boy, do we have options, huh? So I think we are a champion. Seems like the hardest card for my opponent to beat. And now we're gonna get the equipment. Ooh, we can get second plating. Second plating, equip. Plating, equip. And we can probably throw the Stoneforge in front of. Trample on Lifelink. I guess Shadow Spear is better. Because we can play it now. Next turn we do plating plus equip. Plating plus equip plus Shadow Sphere. And that's plus 3, 4, 5. One short. Ugh, come on. Okay, we need to draw something good here. Pure Steel Paladin would be the best one. Second Plating. Oh, that's just lethal, right? We equip here. We equip there. Opponents had 2. Easy game, easy life. Yeah, I don't know what my point not taking the champion there. They had 2 chances to get rid of the Oriok champion. Nihil by think of the follow. They got 2 chances of getting rid of the Oriok champion, and they gave they just didn't take the card. Shadow Spear also gives trample, yeah. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has trample and lifelink. And if you pay 1 permanent your opponent's control, lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. What did I lose to? I lost to 4-color Omnath. I think I moved to 5 or moved to 4 or something like that. No, moved to 4 against John game 1. Moved to 5 against the Omnath deck. We're playing against the Proud Merfolk player. This hand can't equip, so we're gonna ship it. This hand can equip. And I guess it does have mana, so let's keep this one. Let's bottom the Mantle? I mean, it does say draw a card. Am I supposed to... No, there's no way I'm supposed to be in the second Paladin. Yes! I'm doing this now because I don't know if I'm drawing the land, right? So I have to make sure that I'm going to have mana next turn to cast this Paladin. Leyline of Anticipation, Chad. That's how you know. That's how you know that opponent's not messing around. Not sure what it is, but it's happening. I mean, my opponents want to know, so... This ain't amulet. That's a very good observation. Bird unit. Very, very good observation. This is indeed not amulet. Oh, I fucked up! No! I could have moved the equipment! Oh, that's so cool! So we move the equipment and we play the hammer? Oh, wow. Okay, this deck has some cool stuff. This deck has some cool stuff going on. Okay. I kind of like what's going on here. I'm starting to get a feel for this deck's capabilities, whatever. Capabilities? I guess that's the reason for Mantle being better on drop. Yeah, I just figured that out. Literally just realized that when you have Paladin in play, you're just netting mana for each creature that you have in play. That's amazing. That's very, very cool. Okay, so my opponent's gonna Trickster the Paladin, but it's fine because I already learned the trick. So we're good here. Also, I drew a land, which is also good. Force. Sad face. We can only make 2 mana, so I guess I'll just pass. Will my opponent exile? I'm interested to see. Spreading Seas. Okay, that's not that cool. Is this less fun than Cheerios? I never played Cheerios, but Cheerios seemed very stupid, so this seems like a lot of fun than a lot more fun than Cheerios. Also, my opponent has now access to 5 mana. What are they gonna do with their 5 mana? My opponent's 1-0 right now. Yeah, I always thought Cheerios was lame. It's just a little bit, you know, one-dimensional. Was a fun deck when it came out, just to take it for a couple spins. I think the idea was you wanted to play 1 league, and after that you were just done, and you never wanted to see the deck again. That's the impression that I got, at least. Can I cast my 1-mana Divination, please? Can my Divination resolve, please? Thank you. Good, good, good. There's 2 instances of Equip 0. This is just too awesome. That is just too cute. Can I go with another +10/+10 Ancestral? I guess it's not Ancestral, it's just Divination. This deck is cool. Okay, okay. I'm starting to understand why people like this deck. I am starting to understand why people like this deck. Yeah, Mantle just netted me 3 mana. Just Paladin just turned Mantle into Dark Ritual. Okay, what do you got, opponent? Excuse me, what? I guess we're just jamming Karn into every single fucking deck. That's how we do it, right? that's how we're doing this now. We just jam Karn into every single fucking deck and we just hope that it sticks. That seems like the strat. Why would my opponent not just main phase that? Well, I mean, we have to kill that guy now, right? So here we go. If they want to trade with the Paladin, they need to, like, the Karn dies. So we get to continue doing nonsense. Flash is obviously overrated. I mean, honestly, it kind of feels like my opponent got themselves a little bit right there. It kind of feels like my opponent just played themselves a little bit. And now, like, all of their mana boost from the Trickster is gone because they were forced to chomp. Like, this just should not be equipped, right? Going wide with a Hammer Time deck, opponents playing Blue Leyland in a 3-1 league. What is going? I don't even know, Stabs. This is just... Say Flash is already by my local police say differently. Wow. Wow. That was funny. That was the, you know that there's, whenever you say a joke, there's like different outcomes. There's the joke, there's the joke, then there's the Oh my god, joke. You know, there's like different kinds of joke. So I think that was more of a joke or like a joke. But I don't know. I mean, we can discuss it for sure. Yeah, Stav's humor is like definitely on the dark side. Definitely on the dark side of things. Ensnare and Bridge. Well, we can't ever beat that fucking card, can we, game one? I could activate the ability of Ornithopter, but I actually can't because it's an artifact creature. Brutal. Well, we can't beat this, right? I guess they're missing land drops, so maybe what we can do is try to... So equip 0 here, float mana, equip 0 here, float mana, equip 0 here, put Lurrus in hand. So they're missing land drops, so the plan is gonna be to hope my opponent continues missing land drops. No, I don't want to Thoughtseize, because if I Thoughtseize, I make their Ensnare Bridge better. Opponent's drawing an island? Shit. We can't really beat island. Stupid and sexy Karn. Stupid and sexy Karn. I hope that they play the guy that draws a million cards. What's the name of the guy that draws a million cards? Plating is so good here. Yeah, plating might get me there, actually. As long as I don't have another Karn. If they have another Karn, I'm fucked, but... Master of Waves. That's fine. So let's see what they draw. Gadwick, there we go. That's a problem. We just get another plating here, right? So, float mana, equip here, float mana, play plating. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Paradise Mantle, equip 0 here. Steel Shaper's Gift. Get another plating. We have to make sure that we leave black up. So I guess we can only equip one plating, huh? So here's a bubble. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I guess we got it. Yeah, I think that we have it exactly. So we have to make sure that we put this on, let's say, Lurrus. Equip Lurrus as well, for sure, for good measure. And now we attack with one of these ornithopters. Attack with ornithopter. Instant speed, tap for black, equip plating there. Swing 11. Okay. My opponent has Karn, god damn it. So I guess that we have to bring in disenchants. And what else? Do we want Python Needle? Karn kind of owns us on the board. Like, doesn't need to even activate in order to like completely destroy us. But I guess that it's worth it. They're wanna know stuffs. Need to sit down and you're already sitting. Maybe you need to lay down. That might be the answer for you. Clearly Ornithopter is OP, so we need 0 power creatures so we can attack through the Snare and Bridge. Thoughtseize seems decent. Honestly, like, the real winner in that game was Paradise Mantle. It's kind of insane how good this card was. Like, the amount of mana that this card net me is ridiculous. Yeah, but, I mean, we have to cut cards too. Yeah, Thoughtseize makes sense, but, like, what are we cutting? And at what point, like, when does it become just, like, too much sideboarding, right? Like, we have the disenchants, we have the needles, like, we already have 3 Thoughtseizes, like, I already need to cut 2 cards. Like, all of these cards don't kill my opponent. All of these cards are here to prevent my opponent from preventing them to killing me, if that makes sense. Go for Mantle, seems like Karn is your biggest issue. Like, I'm not gonna cut all the mantles. Dropping Stoneforge. I think I like Stoneforge better than Sigarda's Aid, because my opponent, rather than Steel Shaper's Gift, I think. Because, like, the game's very likely gonna slow down, and... Let's go with this configuration and we'll see what happens. But, like, the game is likely to slow down, and then my opponent's gonna be able to, like, force my stuff, but they can't stop me from Stoneforging my equipment into play. Well, this hand fucks. My opponent is still confirmed luck sack. They just have the ley line every time. Yeah, they showed force. So that's why I'm keeping in Stoneforge. It's honestly not that bad. We have a second Stoneforge. I'm probably just getting Colossus Hammer anyway. I was thinking of getting the 0 drop there so that we can get our mana going. Dismember. That's fine. There's more where that one came from, I'll tell you that much. I think I'm getting the 0 drop now with Paradise Mantle. And I think I'm chilling. I'm gonna play Pure Steel Paladin this coming turn. And we can Pure Steel Paladin plus Paradise Mantle. What do you mean you don't have a Cyber Guy for the Merfolk Blue Devotion Karn deck? I know. I am so behind the meta. I am so behind the meta. Also, how does my opponent function whenever they don't have Leyline on turn 0? Yeah. Maybe they're just keeping like loose. Because like they had Leyline and they had Nykthos both times. Spreading Seas my land. You got it. Like, it sucks a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. Would love to draw land. Ornithopter. So that's, I guess, actually great. Cigar the Sade here. Yes, so now this makes white and this makes white. We get to Paladin. And now we get to equip here. And we get to violin one of our equipments and draw a card. We can't attack this turn, but like now our engine is online. We can also just play another Stoneforge. I think I'm gonna go for that. No. No. Just make a bunch of dudes. Like, this represents so much mana next turn. This represents unreasonable amounts of mana. I could also just cantrip. Just play a Paradise Mantle, just cantrip. Or just Cranial Plating. Like, plating seems just nutty here. Because one thing is that it cost me 3 mana to put this in, right? Because I am tapping my dude, and I need 2 more mana. And this represents a mana here. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. But if I want to put in Colossus Hammer, that's gonna be a bunch of mana. So that's gonna be 3, so I only have 4 left, and then I'm not attacking. So opponent plays 4 mana. Are they gonna Karn me again? Master of Waves. Does that mean that they're dead? Looking for a land here. So now we have lethal. We swing, post combat, activate Stoneforge. Activate this Stoneforge, sorry. We swing with this guy, activate Stoneforge, and that's one. Yeah, that's exactly lethal. No, I guess. Blocks. Tap for white. Activate. Put Colossus Hammer into play. Cigar the Sade. Equip here. Alright. 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 This deck is something. This deck is something. 80% all day, every day. Exactly. Could have cast the extra plating. I could have, but like I had exactly lethal, so there's no real reason. Okay, this deck is kind of fun. This deck can beat the Blue Devotion deck, so it's definitely better than tier 4. Maybe. You might be onto something there, Stabs. The trademark 4-on-1, yeah, exactly. This deck is kind of neat. I am very surprised that that was an hour and 50-minute league. I am very, very surprised that that was the case. White listed with the white deck. Was it me or this was actually fun? Was it like did you folks have fun today? Because like this was fun. Like I just had a good time figuring out the lines and trying to figure out what the it was actually fun. I was expecting this to be kind of a meme, like kind of like one-dimensional and just like, oh well, there you go, you're dead. But now I'm actually playing it and it's just like, wait, there's a lot of tricky lines. There's like a lot of little things that you can do where you move the Paradise Mantle around, you sequence your like Colossus Hammers on on attack step, post blocks, or you play the main phase, or you Stoneforge for a Paradise Mantle, which I didn't think that I was going to be doing that, but apparently like Stoneforging for a Paradise Mantle is a play. It's kind of neat. It's modern day Affinity. It does have like a little bit of a taste of Affinity for sure. In like you need to know when to go all in. You need to know how to sequence your plays. Like it's important to figure out instead of Ravager math, you have like pure steel math. You also have cranial plating. Like when my opponent played the Ensnare Bitch, I'm like, oh, we're dead. And then I'm like, oh wait, we drew the cranial plate, and I'm like, wait a second, do we actually got this? Well, turns out we did. It was kind of great. This is a fun deck to pick up and play. Honestly, I don't think it would be fun to play all the time, but a few times, sure. Yeah, like it actually. Yeah, maybe it's one of those decks that you pick it up and you play the first league and it's fun and everything, and you play the second league and you play the third one, and by this like the fifth league, you're kind of like, all right, yeah, okay. I guess I figure out all the secrets that the deck has, and like we're good, you know. Should go for the 4-1 challenge so to get a 4-1 with the top 50 modern decks. Well, a bunch of them I already had a 4-1 with, and we can check. We can check mark KCI. We can definitely check mark. Well, we can check mark a bunch of decks actually. Reclaimer and Amulet, obviously. I think I 4-1'd with Omnath. I 4-1 with Bug Udo for sure. I'm never 4-1ing with Death and Taxes. That's never happening. So, not the green deck hype. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, Andrea. Welcome back for 19 months now. Yeah, like the one time I'm not playing a green deck. Let's go. I did 4-on-1 with Amulet. Yeah, we lost playing for the 5-0 with Amulet. I got the 4-on-1 with Reclaimer, Less Reclaimer, and Pioneer. 4-1 with Neobrand. Yeah, that's not happening ever else in a dress. That's just not happening. This deck was fun though. This deck was fun. I'm not sure that this is like the optimal build, but I mean, what we were saying in the beginning about, you know, the difference between Paradise Mantle and Springleaf Drum, where we found ourselves in situations where like Springleaf Drum would be a lot better, because Springleaf basically allows you to play the creature and net mana off it immediately. Like in a couple of games we were punished for that, but in that mono blue devotion matchup, like Paradise Mantle did some serious work. Like this card just net me like 5 mana or something completely unreasonable. So big fan of the Paradise Mantle for sure. For sure. Okay, that's gonna be it for this league. This deck was a lot of fun. I'm probably gonna be playing this deck again soon at some point. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video, folks. Bye bye.